One day, you will realize that the greatest battle of your life was never against the world, it was against your own mind. Right now, there are people smiling in public while secretly fighting wars inside their heads. Wars nobody can see. Thoughts that slowly poison confidence. Fear that destroys potential. Memories that refuse to die. And the terrifying part is, most people don't even realize they're being controlled. Every morning, the mind starts speaking before the day even begins. It whispers things like, "You're not good enough. You'll probably fail. People are judging you. Stay comfortable. Try tomorrow instead." And after hearing those thoughts again and again, people stop questioning them. They obey them. That's how the mind becomes a prison. Not with chains, but with fear. Not with walls, but with limitation. And slowly, the person you could have become starts disappearing. The human brain is built for survival, not greatness. It wants comfort, familiarity, and safety. That's why your mind creates anxiety before opportunities and doubt before action. Every time you want to grow, your mind sees danger. Every time you want to change your life, your brain tries to pull you back into the familiar. That's why discipline feels painful. That's why taking risks feels terrifying. Your mind would rather keep you trapped in a miserable comfort zone than risk uncertainty, even if staying there destroys your future. And this is where most people lose the war. Not because they're weak, but because they never learned how to fight their own thoughts. Every thought you repeat becomes programming. The brain learns through repetition. If you constantly tell yourself you're unlucky, broken, weak, or behind in life, your brain starts accepting those thoughts as reality. Over time, negativity becomes identity. Fear becomes personality. Self-doubt becomes automatic. And eventually, people become addicted to their own suffering. Yes, addicted. Because pain can become familiar, and familiar things feel safe to the brain. That's why some people stay in toxic situations, toxic habits, toxic relationships, and toxic mindsets for years. Their mind convinces them that suffering is normal. And the saddest part? They begin to believe they deserve it. Overthinking makes this even worse. Overthinking feels intelligent, but most of the time, it's just fear wearing a disguise. The mind creates endless scenarios, endless worries, endless imaginary disasters, all to stop you from taking action. What if I fail? What if they laugh at me? What if I'm not ready? Meanwhile, life keeps moving. Opportunities disappear. Confidence fades. Time passes quietly. And one day, people wake up realizing they spent years inside their heads instead of living their lives. The truth is, the biggest opportunities in life often belong to the people who acted before they felt ready. Fear wants hesitation. Fear wants delay. Fear knows that if it can make you wait long enough, you'll eventually give up on yourself. And the scary thing about the mind is that it slowly shapes your identity. Whatever you repeatedly do, your brain believes that's who you are. If you quit every time life gets difficult, your mind labels you weak. If you constantly seek validation, your happiness becomes controlled by other people. If you avoid discomfort, your brain becomes fragile. This is why modern society is filled with mentally exhausted people. People addicted to distraction. Addicted to scrolling. Addicted to noise. The average person can't even sit alone in silence anymore because silence forces them to face themselves. And many people are terrified of what they'll find. But powerful people are different. They understand something most people never learn. They know emotions are temporary, but decisions create destiny. They know motivation is unreliable, but discipline changes lives. They know the mind must be trained like a weapon. Because if you don't train your mind will train you to become weak. Real mental strength is waking up when you don't feel like it. Working when nobody is watching. Staying calm while life falls apart around you. Controlling your emotions when anger wants control. Remaining focused in a world designed to distract you. That's true power. Not muscles. Not money. Not status. Mental control. In today's world, distraction is everywhere. Social media steals attention. Comparison destroys peace. People spend hours watching other lives while ignoring their own. And little by little, the mind becomes noisy, restless, and exhausted. A distracted mind can never create a powerful future. That's why silence is dangerous. Silence forces clarity. When you spend time alone, away from the noise, something changes inside you. You begin hearing truths that distractions were hiding. You realize not everyone deserves your energy. Not every opinion deserves your attention. Not every emotion deserves a reaction. And suddenly, you stop becoming controlled by the outside world. The strongest version of yourself is hidden behind discomfort, behind discipline, behind fear. But most people never reach that version because they keep choosing temporary comfort over long-term growth. They choose entertainment over purpose, excuses over action, safety over transformation. And years later, they wonder why they feel empty inside. Deep down, they know the truth. Human beings suffer the most when they betray their own potential. There is no pain greater than becoming aware of the person you could have been. Right now, inside your mind, there are two versions of you fighting for control. One version wants comfort, distraction, and excuses. The other wants growth, discipline, and greatness. One says, relax, start tomorrow. The other says, your future is being created today. One version wants an easy life. The other wants a meaningful one. And whichever voice you feed every single day becomes stronger. That is the real battle. Not against society. Not against other people. Against yourself. So before you try to conquer the world, conquer your mind first. Learn to control your thoughts before they control your future. Learn to stay calm in chaos. Learn to move forward despite fear. Because the people who master their minds become unstoppable. And the people who don't slowly become prisoners of fear, distraction, weakness, and regret. In the end, your mind can become your greatest weapon or your most dangerous enemy. The choice is being made every single day through your habits, your thoughts, your discipline, and your actions.